So, here's something you might not expect to hear. Donald Trump's envoy to Russia and Ukraine, Steve Witkoff, doesn't think Vladimir Putin has any grand designs on invading Europe. Wait, what? Isn't that what we've been hearing all along? Let's break it down. Witkoff made these comments during an appearance on Fox News Sunday, trying to give some clarity on Putin's motives. He said, "I simply don't see that he wants to take all of Europe." Now, this may sound a bit surprising, given the current tensions. After all, Russia's actions in Ukraine have sparked fears that Putin is looking to expand his influence even further. But according to Witkoff, this isn't a repeat of World War II. Things have changed. There's NATO now, after all. Why does Witkoff say this? Well, he explains that this is a different situation. There was no NATO back then, he pointed out. In other words, the global power structure is not the same as it was in the 1940s, and Putin, according to Witkoff, doesn't have the same level of ambition to go beyond Ukraine. He also added that he's taking Putin at his word on this. Yes, you heard that right. It's a bold stance, and one that's definitely worth discussing. But what about those ceasefire talks we keep hearing about? Well, Witkoff's not just sitting back on the sidelines. He's heading to Saudi Arabia to meet with Russian and Ukrainian delegations in what's being described as indirect ceasefire talks. The goal? A peaceful resolution, or at least progress. He even mentioned that he expects to see real progress in the talks, particularly around a ceasefire in the Black Sea. Ships from both countries have been a point of contention, so any sign of progress here would be significant. However, let's not get too excited just yet. Moscow's spokesman, Dmitry Peskov, was quick to remind everyone that there are still plenty of obstacles to overcome. "We are only at the beginning of this path," he said. And if you needed a reminder of how far there is still to go, Russia launched a massive drone attack on Kyiv and other Ukrainian cities just this past Sunday. That's not exactly the kind of move that screams peace talks are going well. So, what happens next? Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? The path to peace is far from clear, but it seems like there's at least some hope for a breakthrough. Whether Putin's focus is truly just on Ukraine, or if Europe is on his radar after all, remains to be seen. But Witkoff's statement brings an interesting perspective to the table. It's not the end of the story, but it's a thought-provoking chapter. What do you think? Do you agree with Witkoff's take, or do you believe Putin has bigger plans? It's certainly a conversation worth having.